there was some funny sort of canvassy stuff in it, and I asked the guy, the trim guys, what that was, and he said, it's just to fill the convolutions so the hardura doesn't fall into it. So I've done all that. So it's all ready to have the trim put back. So it's just making all the trim panels up now. So upstairs is like the trim shop. So I've got all the trim laid out in there. I've been doing all that. So it's nearly all ready to just drop back in. But even you just get all these bits that you trim them with leather cloth, and they're bloody rusty. And they're like £100 each. So I just decided, sod that, I'm going to make them up. So I've been making up steel panels. And these bits, I had to make 2 of those, and this bit, one of these I replaced because it was just rusty. So everything you bloody touch is. I've done all that. So all those trim panels, so all the trim panels to go around here are all done. I've just got the console to do, and I've got I want to clean the dashboard up, take all the instruments out and clean those up.
But the detailing on the doors is fantastic. I mean, how long did that take you?
Oh, and the hours I spent on that bloody mirror. I had to I did it all once and then decided the bracket wasn't quite big enough, so I remade the mirror bracket and did all that, and it all just winds. So I've got that bracket there, and it all just winds up.
You should chrome plate that. You should chrome plate.
Well, I might do at some point. I'm going to stick some rubber because I've got it waterproof, so I'm going to stick some rubber around it. But I reckon that looks.
That's very cool.
For all the mirror installations you see on Etype, so I'm not going to bore a hole in the paintwork.
Exactly.
So I spent a lot of time getting. I'm happy with that now. And it looks quite nice. Well, all the front's done now. So it's got all its and it's got Range Rover Whipback Range Rover headlamps, but they're halogen headlamps. So and all the lights on all the fronts, except for the number plate, and there's a grille that's got to go in the back there. Hasn't gone yet. The front's all done basically. So and all the windscreen surrounds are done, which are right bastard. And I've got a slight scratch in the paint there, which I'm going to get rid of.
But I mean, you had a hole here that you had to weld in.
Well, I've done all that, yeah.
And it's like, that's just fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've taken previous photos of a hole there.
Yeah, there was a hole there, and that's all been leaded and
it's
filled
brilliant.
in. And, yeah.
I mean, don't lose the big picture here, you know.
So it's and this wing was a bastard, because that's what I'll show you what I bought. That's what I bought for sanding down the wings.
Oh, right, yeah. But does that flex or is that completely flat?
It's flat.
Right. So
I just bought. You can actually stick a dust extractor on it, so that's long enough and flat enough to flatten. Because I was struggling to get the ripples out of
absolutely,
that wing,
absolutely,
But it works. That was good.
Because I mean that's the problem I've got. Yeah. When you run your hand down the door, it's like this.
Yeah, and it is difficult to get nipples out. But that did it, because I'd got a few in there and I thought, I still haven't got these bloody things out. I painted it, I primed it, I still couldn't get the bloody ripple. So in the end I bought this and that did it. So it's just applying small amounts of filler and
just doing it very gently.
Getting rid of it.
Just takes hours. That's the thing.
It just takes bloody hours.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Let's say that is something that Rhino grip.
Oh really? Oh right.
I wonder if that's Frost sell it.
Yeah,
Rhino. They usually get a lot of their stuff from the States.
Rhino grip is a US brand. Absolutely.
So you might be able to find that somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the footwells look fantastic. Shame they're going to get covered in carpet.
Yeah, I know.
And the doors, the detailing on the doors.
Oh, it's taking bloody hours to do. And these bits, that bit.
Which bit?
This.
What's that bit then?
That goes in here.
Yeah.
And it's like a bit of bloody baked bean can.
Oh gosh, yes, it's not even very thick, is it? Oh, you're joking.
No kidding.
It's like tin.
Both sides had that. And it's like they've used a bloody baked bean can.
What's it do? Because the door trim, the thick rubber of the door
I reckon
card goes across that, doesn't
I
it?
reckon it must stop water dripping.
Right.
But, you just
But what's it
think,
made out of? It's not even.
It's like, well,
is
it
it
is-
German silver or
No, I
something?
reckon it's bloody baked bean can.
No,
It's like,
no, it's zinc or tin or something, isn't it?
No, I reckon it's slightly. I reckon it's tin can. I
But,
reckon
but that's plated. That's solid, isn't it?
It's like painted tin can.
Oh, right.
It's got one finish on that side.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It might be brass. I think feels too hard for brass.
But it hasn't corroded at all. It must be
maybe
something
it's
anti-corrosive.
brass plate. But look at it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's not stamped out and it's cut by hand.
It's baked bean can.
It's like a bit of bloody baked bean can. It's on both sides. I'm sure it can't have been. I mean, that door was. Both doors were original when I got the car.
And it's on both doors.
It's on both doors.
Well, this is the thing about this car. It was, although be a horrible state, it was original.
Yeah. So you just think
But hang on a second. The rear view mirror,
that I put that on. I've still got the original.
but it was stuck on, wasn't it?
No, it screws on.
But
there.
who stuck it on?
That was Jaguar.
Yeah. So how come you've got the thing down the middle?
They all had that
Yeah.
because that's a bracing bar for the
Yeah.
strip. They didn't have. That's a Series 3 rear view mirror which bolts onto the.
Oh, so you're saying that's not an original then?
That mirror's not
No.
original.
No. So,
the
so-
original mirror
yeah.
screwed onto there.
Yeah. So.
And
so
I've still got that, but, but they're just horrible.
not original. So. Okay, I'm
But
going to have to dock points off you on
neither
the.
are the headlamps, and
So-
neither's the rear treatment.
So you're gonna take that thing off then?
No, this is original. if anybody was quibbling about it, I've got the original mirror. I can screw it back on.
Screw you, pal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oops.
So, but it's just.
July '97.
But you don't have to have a tax disc now. So I'm just going to leave that on there.
Yeah.
So. So it's kind of like so tantalisingly close.
What are you playing at then?
Well, I'm working on it again now. I'm going on. Getting going. I've got to get.
So when do the new wild wheels arrive?
Well, that's the last job, really.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So I'm just going to wait until I've got everything else done.
But there isn't much else to do, is there? Really?
It's really putting the interior.
Yeah,
I've got a hood to
yeah.
sort out, and I want to.
What he's doing on the hood?
The hood frame is all painted.
Oh,
black.
but sorry, the hood, not the hood.
Yeah. So I've got the hood to fit back, and I want to.
Right.
The hood frame's painted. Has been brush painted with black cellulose, and it should be grey.
Mm-hmm.
So it's whether you kind of might strip that off and clean that up, but.
Yeah.
The hood itself is passable, I think, for the moment. I'm not going to change that for now. So there's just fiddly bits. I've got to re-lacquer the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So that's a bit scruffy. And clean the instruments up. So I'll take the instruments out. But that's just lacquered. So I think I'll just strip that off and repaint that.
I'd bri wax it. Have you got the bri wax stuff?
Yeah.
Just wax it.
No, I don't know. It's had lacquer on it.
Yeah, I get that bri wax stuff because it's like beeswax and it soaks in and it gives it a really good finish and
Maybe rub it down
Yeah,
and try that or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Maybe that might be worth a go.
yeah.
But that's a detail really, and it's just clean.
So have you got the door trims and all the side
got
panels
all
and
that.
you got all
They're
that
all
stuff
upstairs,
went
yeah.
from
They're
those
all
guys in Wales or
They're
whatever they
all
were.
brand new. That so all the armrests.
So you've taken this off, which I hadn't seen
that's
before.
Fantastic. We must go and have a look upstairs.
Right,
I'll show you.
right.
'Cause that's fantastic. The only bit they've remoulded these bits,
Mm-hmm.
but they're I'm not sure they're right. I might have to get them to have a look at that.
What the pieces that go in the
Yeah,
pillars?
because they're kind of moulded bits, and the
Yeah,
originals were rusty, so they actually ordered the backing strips from Robies and did those, but one of them was bent because they had to be formed to follow.
But weren't these padded panels?
Exactly.
Yeah,
They've remoulded those with
Right,
the right padding.
right.
But one of them they've moulded flat, and one of them moulded curved, and they should
Yeah.
be curved. And when I've come to bend it, it's
Yeah.
puckered it, so
Right.
I want to get them to redo that, and I'm happy with that. But the dash top and everything looks great.
And you've still got the wood to put round here for the.
No, they sell these days a plastic strip which goes around there rather than the wood. So there's a strip.
So it doesn't split.
It
Right.
doesn't split, so
Yeah.
you can screw that in and fit that.
Right.
So I've got that.
Right.
So I've got all of it. It's just
It's amazing.
finishing it off.
It's just finishing it.
Well, these are the trims for the side of the.
Oh,
back
right.
there.
Oh, right.
But
Yeah.
one of them that's curved. And for some stupid reason, when they did this, they didn't curve it, so I've tried to curve it and it's puckered it. So I'm not really happy with that. Again, that goes on there. But I'm also not sure they finished the ends right.
But weren't they more curved? Wasn't there a bigger radius on these originally?
No, I think that's right.
Really? Where are the old ones?
I haven't got them. They had those, and it's stupid. I shouldn't have let them keep them. But they go on there. They go under there. But I think they're not far off. But I'm saying that's just a little bit puckered there. So I was hoping that might.
That's amazing.
But they don't. I mean, that's the sort of standard.
But it's the hours from this point forward that's the amazing thing. You know, it's like you've done all the big stuff, and then it's just all the finishing.
All the
it's all the detail. It's just unbelievable. Yeah.
It's taken so long to pull the tree, trim and everything back, which is just you just completely underestimate how long all that takes. So